Welcome to Eduro Learning and our 555 series of videos where we give you 5 videos with 5 tips, tricks, or ideas in under 5 minutes. I'm Jeff Udick, and this video is going to talk about the 5 ways to help manage digital distractions in your classroom. It's an important topic. We know that as we get more devices into our classrooms and we become more connected, that the distractions around us and the distractions in the classroom are more and more prevalent. And so here are 5 quick tips and tricks that we've come up with to help you kind of think about how to manage digital distractions in your classroom. Tip number 1. Have students come up with their own distraction policy. At the beginning of the year, a lot of times teachers will have students will either go over with rules or policies and procedures in their classroom or have kids create rules on their own. I think we need to add that idea of a distraction policy. What is it going to be like to have distractions in our classroom? If you're going to allow phones in your classroom, have a conversation over what is appropriate and inappropriate use. So first tip is set off the school year the right way and create a distraction policy with your students. Number 2, have open and honest conversations about digital distractions. The fact of the matter is we are all distracted by these things, by the notifications, the beeps and sounds that come from them. Have open and honest conversations with your students about how you sometimes get distracted in here too. Sometimes you go down the YouTube rabbit hole or you start reading articles and can't remember why you actually took out your phone in the first place. I think the more we have open and honest conversations with students around digital distractions, the more we're going to be able to have them open up to us when something is bothering them or helping them to see just how connected they are. Number 3, phones out where we can all see them, including the teacher. One of my favorite tips and tricks that I do in classrooms when I'm teaching is if I know kids are going to have cell phones in their pocket, we all put them upside down in silent mode, but we put them in the top right-hand corner of our desk. As a teacher, I can now look around the room and see that everybody's phone is in the top right-hand corner of the desk. I don't have to worry about it being in their backpack, in their pocket, if they're fiddling with it under their desk. I too then, as a teacher, have my phone out where they can see it. Again, it's having open and honest conversations of, you know what, we all need to focus. I'm putting my phone down too because I know you get text messages during the day just like students do. Number 4, understand their world and the connections within it. What I mean by that is we need to start understanding that there are real human connections through these devices. And those are connections that, especially for a teenager or a student in class, that those are just as important, if not more important, than your class itself. We need to start understanding that this is real life to this generation. And the more you can understand the apps they use, the connections they have, and how those connections work within here, the more you're going to have open and honest conversations. And when you ask kids to put it down, they're actually going to put it down for you. And 5, and this is the toughest, and I don't mean to make this sound arrogant, but we have to be more interesting than the phone. If our classrooms and our conversations and our lessons are not as interested as what's happening in the phone, we lose. We've got to find a way to make our lessons, to make learning, to make our classrooms more interesting than the phone. And we have to start thinking about how does that change? How has teaching and learning changed in a connected world? That is what we're about here at Eduro Learning, and that's why we believe these are 5 of the main digital distraction tips and tricks that we use, and we go in depth and more in some of our courses. Of course, you can learn more about all of our courses. We've got some PDFs for you over at our website, edurolearning.com. Until next time, this has been a 555 video of 5 videos with 5 tips, tricks, or ideas in 5 minutes. This one's on managing digital distractions. For more videos like this, join us over at our YouTube channel or on Facebook, and as always, at edurolearning.com. Until next time, I'll see you on the network.